So we are going to be looking at a scenario where civilization starts over. We are on episode 50. Thank you for supporting me through 50 episodes of this. This is awesome. And in the last episode, we saw two countries almost fully collapse. We saw one of them fully collapse. But over in the Americas, we saw the Lime American team split into three new countries, being Iowa, Michigan, and Texas. The same thing kind of happened in Ethiopia, with the Ethiopian country falling apart. But we had Sudan split this up into, two new countries. Yemen got some land, and Tanzania. We also saw the emergence of a new alliance, being the Communist Alliance started by Cyprus. And that is now expanded quite a bit throughout the world, including countries like Libya and Greenland. We also saw the Fascist Alliance expand into America with the Lime American country, as well as Adaria. Anyways, if you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps out a ton. And let's get into episode 50. Let's start off over here in the Balkans. The purple team has had some economic issues recently. And with these economic issues, they are going to be selling the southern Italian part to, Italy. But we have the southern Italians selling southern Italy over to the red team. The reason they are doing this, they did reside over here, but they do like this Balkan land a little bit more, and they want to make a new type of religion over here. And the red team is all for that because they get all of Italy. So goodbye the purple team in Italy, and the red team now fully unites Italy under one country once again. I'm going to just keep calling this purple country, but the purple country is going to be putting their capital right there. And now that they have a lot more money, they are going to start chilling. They're going to chill out, build up their military, and build up their economy now that they have all this money from the red team. But now let's go over to the brown team. They are ashamed, and they are actually really pissed off about their borders, like they should be. But if we look at the religion map, you should see that the brown team expands into areas that they don't actually own. These areas are owned by Wales and the Lime team. And if we look at the Lime team, they actually don't have a religion of their own. It is all separate religions, kind of split into one. The Lime team is actually pretty unstable right now because of this, but they actually have a really good military. So what the brown team is going to do, they're going to actually start supporting breakaway groups inside of this country, and if you can't tell what's going to happen, you should know. But we see a gray religion up over here break away and will try and form their own government. This area also expands into the Wales colony up over here, taking it all over. Wales would help out against this, but they are very unstable right now because they have many different religions inside of their own country, so they're going to sit out of this. Down over in the south, we also see a pink religion pop up. And if you can't tell, having many religions inside of your one country is pretty dangerous. And again, we see the return of the French team for probably the 10th time. Yeah, these guys come back quite a bit, and now they're going to expand into more lands that their religion relies into, and the Lime team is falling apart. The brown team is going to take advantage of this and invade into the Lime team, more just occupying it. And then when more areas break away, mind you, the Lime team doesn't have a military right now. None of these big areas, this is also not the red team invading into them. A lot of these areas, pretty much all of the European countries have no military. That's why I said the Dutch team kind of just walked in there and took it. Even more areas declare their independence, and it's pretty much over for the Lime team. As if you remember, the blue team are now neutral, but this area over here is in favor of making a new government. They're not in favor of joining up with the blue team, but they will siege the capital, and the Lime team is gone. Let's look at a peace treaty between all of these new countries that are different. This pink team is going to be getting these lands just like this, with their capital going right there. This teal team in the center is going to be getting all of these lands. We have the cyan country getting all of this land, and they have one major city, and it's out over here, so that's probably not great. but they're going to nominate that city as their that. We see this yellowish nation getting all the land they have, plus a little bit more because, well, the gray team is being nice. We then have this blue one getting all this land. They want to join up with the blue team, but they also kind of want to expand more than the blue team. They don't want to just be a neutral country, so they're going to go off as their own. We now have a light purple country right here, and if I might change the colors around too, but for now I'm going to leave it like that. And now let's go up to the dark blue team and the gray team. We have the gray team getting all of this land right there, and well, yeah, they're back, and I need to fix this border right here. That is better. Now we have the French team putting their capital back at this important city, and these guys, they're going to keep their capital there. And this purple team, the old lime team capital. We see the Dutch just getting all the lands that they wanted, and now they're happy. And with the brown team getting what they want, the gray team will get the rest. The gray team's capital is going to go right there. These guys don't have a major city, I think. Actually, wait, I think they do. Indeed, they do. And, well, they're going to make their capital city that city. And the lime team is officially gone off the map. You guys may have thought that, well, this religion stuff wouldn't be that big. Well, a major country in the world has just disappeared, so take that. But if you thought we were traveling far from the brown team, we aren't. We see the brown team sending their troops into this poor, weak little country. And, well, if you remember me saying there aren't really troops, well, you're right. But the people of the brown team who wanted to take this took it, so yeah. The brown team now expands even more, and this is really all the land that they wanted after the peace treaty of World War III, and this is what they thought they'd end up with. But then, well, the triangle team screwed them even more than they should have. So they had to do this, and well, Wales is mad about this because they no longer have this French part. But anyways, now let's go over to the Middle East, mainly the new lime team. These guys are going to kind of just absolutely destroy the pink team. And if you're wondering how these wars are happening, well, it's mainly because the people of the lime team want to be aggressive go-getters and go take over other countries. These guys don't really have militaries right now. They're almost to the point where they can set up militaries. In the next episode, they will be. But it's more just the population doing most of the work right now. But Anatolia also got destroyed. So that is how the lime team expanded into this Anatolia. Because Anatolia is very weak after World War III. If you remember, the plague kind of destroyed them. And, well, now they no longer exist. So I'd look out if you're Cyprus, Constantinople, or this blue team right here, because these guys, they have potential. But now let's go up to the Russian team. This is the Russian Empire, and, well, someone just got born inside of Russia. This person is called Noilipin, or Noilipan. Go look at Napoleon's name and look at Noilipan. Any similarities? This guy does not believe Russia has an empire. He wants to expand the borders of Russia and make them the strongest country in the world. Recently, Russia and Cyprus have been at each other's throats, and Russia is going to show Cyprus, don't mess with us. So on a crisp spring morning, beautiful, the birds are chirping, everything's going good. The Russians have just made a military for really the first military in the world. It's pretty small, but because of it's a military, it's absolutely destroying the Siberians as they start cruising through Siberia. Siberia cannot do anything against the Russians as they begin their push over here, and, well, they shoot down because the lands that Nolipen wants is, well, all of Siberia. So very quickly, all of these areas surrender over to Noilipen, and well, pretty much they just start enclosing in on Siberia, and Noilipen is hailed as a smart military general, and he is made Emperor of Russia. Well, Russia is no longer a democracy, and, well, the world is kind of mad. But to not get absolutely destroyed by Russia, the Russian Empire's troops get about to here, then Siberia is going to go ahead and surrender to not face any more trouble because Russia just showed they are a lot stronger than number 6, I think. Indeed, they are number 6. With this, the Russians are going to take a lot more land than they probably should. They are going to take all of this. This is the greatest extent of the Russians. They now live up to the name of the Russian Empire. Poilipan has just carried out the greatest military thing. At least in the age of religion, this is known as the greatest military general. And, well, the Siberians are going to change their color because of how embarrassed they are to a darker green. And, well, this is bad. The Russian Empire is the strongest country in the world. Well, second strongest country, because Taiwan still can probably throw hands, and they would definitely win in some battles. After this, the Russians are going to build up their military more, as the Russians have a pretty big population to build up a military. And with this, they are going to start incorporating this into the Russian religion, but for now, they're just going to hold off. And, well, this is kind of looking like real-life Russia.